Hey guys, we're done reviewing Return to Ghost Camp and let's review another Loudest episode. So we're gonna review the Loudest episode, Camped. Yes, this is the season 5, the third special of the season, and this is actually regarded as one of the best episodes of that season, and we are gonna break down the whole episode. Yeah. So anyways, we're gonna start from the very beginning. So this episode begins off with the kids finding out that Lynn Sr is crying over something, and turns out that Camp Mastodon, his old childhood camp that he went to before when he was a kid, is closing for good, forever. So he's getting pretty sad about it. So he decides to inform his father, Leonard, whatever. This is the first appearance of his father in the series. We actually never saw his father before, and this is actually his first appearance. He actually got sort of a cameo of him in Fantastic Voyage in the flashbacks, or a bit of mentions, whatever, in Home of the Fave. And we finally got his first appearance. And yeah, this is definitely the third second grandpa that the kids are related to. Yeah. And by the way, since in Home of the Fave, Lynn Sr confirmed he has a brother, maybe you can get an episode with his brother very soon in the series. We don't know when he's gonna get an episode with his brother, but all I searched through the wiki, there's no episode with his brother yet, and we better get an episode because we met his father. We need to meet his brother. So they decide to go to Camp Mastodon for for his last day. It kind of reminds me of the episode of SpongeBob Love World RIP, where SpongeBob and Patrick find out that Love World is closing forever. So they decide to stay there. Decide to have the last day there, and all the rides are pretty crap already. And to me, I think this episode is much better in terms of how it's executed than that season 8 episode. Not saying that episode's bad, just saying that I think this one's much better. So they go to Camp Mastodon. Oh, by the way, if you like the movie Goonies, which I have not seen, you'll definitely like this movie. Everyone says that this episode's like Goonies, the movie, and yes, I think if you're a Goonies fan, you'll definitely like this episode. So they go to Camp Mastodon, and then they meet up with the camp counselor. I think his name was Mr. Ritter, whatever. I forgot his name. So they essentially find out that there's like this pirate who hidden treasure or whatever, and then they decide to uncover the treasure so that they can bring back Camp Mastodon. So they go on, the family go on a hunt for the treasure. So this is a treasure hunt episode and a camping episode. At first, when I saw the title Camped, I thought we were gonna have like a camping episode type thing, but turns out it's not really too much of a camping episode. It's sort of like a treasure hunt episode. So I think that's probably the worst part of the special, that the title is a bit saying misleading, even though it's a bit not really misleading because they actually do go to a camp. But they don't really go camping in the woods or tell ghost stories, and next a big monster comes in, and next, whatever, like the SpongeBob episode. But at least they do this in a different way so that it would be cliche to the audience who already watched camp stories or even read a camp book. It's like this. So anyways, they go to the cave, but Lisa notices something weird. Something's creeping in the shadows when they're going to the place. And I'll talk about who is it later, but yeah. So they're going to the cave, and then Lori takes a picture of the guy who is like creeping up on them, and Lisa already reveals the truth and then debunks the whole thing about we're gonna have a main villain in this thing. It turns out the whole thing's debunked by Lisa, but it turns out it's Flip because she saw Flip talking about the treasure earlier, so he's going to get it. So yeah, the whole thing is revealed. So yeah, so you don't need to criticize about the whole cliche on a villain wants to the treasure too, like what they're like the main characters. So they go to the cave, whatever, and then they get trapped, and then they find fake treasure. Okay, first before they find the fake treasure, Lenny puts her glasses on the skeleton, and then they go more say walls. They go to trap doors, whatever. They find the fake treasure. They realize it's fake. But Lily takes a red crystal out of out of the fake treasure, and then they get transported to more places in the place, and then they fight a Wolverine, and then which is actually a pretty fun scene. I actually enjoyed that part with the Wolverine. So they essentially they go to like say tumble a bunch, and then they fall down, and then after Lila plays a guitar or whatever, they go to more mishaps, and then they fall, and next they find the real treasure. But then the cave starts to rumble, and next everything falls down. And then Lynn Jr. decides to carry everybody, but turns out that they're about to fall down too, and then they realize they're not heavy, they're treacherous, so they decide to throw it to the water. And then Lynn's finger slips, and then they all fall down, but turns out they got catched by Lynn Sr.'s father, and then happy ever. And then the whole thing is got happy ever after. Flipper comes out of the bushes. It's revealed he got attacked by the mother Wolverine. And then Leonard then decides to stay and take care of the camp. And everything is saved, and the episode will be ending. By the way, before the episode ends, we have this actually montage where Lynn Sr. and his dad are playing there in the camp, which is actually a good montage sequence, a good part in the episode, and the episode just ends. Yeah. So what I think of camp, this is definitely not as good as Ghost in terms of a special episode, but this is definitely better than Schooled. And in terms of specials, I think the other ones are better than this one. I'm not saying that this is a bad special, I'm just saying that there are other specials I watched that are much better than this. We have the iconic 11 Loves Sleeping, we got the iconic Real Loud Music, we got the, what else? Cooked, I think that's better than that one, yeah. We got the Loudest Mission Routes of Chaos. It's definitely better than Kings of the Con and Tricked and Schooled. So yeah. If I want to rank them up, I think I put Camp kind of under Tripped in terms of quality, but this is definitely one of the best episodes of season 5 so far. Yeah, I enjoyed the characters. It's fun to see Lynn Sr.'s father again after hearing about him for 4 years ago, 4 years back before this episode was released. And yeah, nothing else to say except it's still a good episode. If I had to rank it out of 10, I'd give it a 8.5 out of 10. It's a high 8.5 out of 10. It's almost a 9 out of 10, except I just think that the other specials are better. Yeah, in terms of quality, the other specials are much better made, I guess, and done. But this is definitely one of the better ones in season 5. So yeah, what do you guys think of this episode? Are you excited for the upcoming Loudest episodes coming after this? And after this video, we're gonna do a review on the SpongeBob episode, not Appointment TV, Man Ray Returns, which is the 17th sequel to the original episode back 22 years ago. And yeah, thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click that like button, and yes, don't dislike the video, guys. Disliking is not good. Yeah. Anyways, bye guys, and have a good day.